Hi, this is White Rings. Today I will tell you a story, The Attic. The story written by Satyajit Ray. Who is Satyajit Ray? He was a master storyteller, screenwriter, and music composer. Above all, he was widely regarded as one of the greatest filmmakers of the 20th century. His film demonstrates a remarkable humanism. Ray was born in Calcutta on 2nd May 1921 into a Bengali Kayastha family, which was prominent in the field of arts and literature. He died on 23rd April 1992. He was awarded Padma Shri, Dada Saheb Phalke Award and more. Let's come to the story. In the story, The Attic, the rich man Aditya expresses a regret for same fault he committed 29 years ago during his childhood. So he asks sincere apology to person concerned for his mistake. What is that mistake? To whom he asks apology? We will see in this story. The story starts from the new factory at Deodarganj, the factory owned by Aditya. Aditya and Adar were returning from the new factory and were driving along the National Highway 40. Both reached in a point where two roads diverged in two ways. If they take right, the road leads them to the place Bramhapur, where Aditya was born before 29 years. Adar asked Aditya whether he was going to Bramhapur or not. Actually, Aditya's father was a landlord, and his ancestors were Samindas. After Aditya's schooling, they moved to Calcutta for his higher studies, where his father started new business. So Aditya agreed to go to his birthplace. He said that when he left from their ancestral house, the house was almost 200 years old. Sometime the school building might have some changes. It was 3:30 p.m. afternoon time in the month of Magha. The sun was rising over their head. Both sides of the road stretches paddy field. Within 10 minutes, they reached the local school. Both were got down from the car and stood in front of the iron gates. Behind the iron gates, there were a large playground. At the end of the playground, there was 2-floor building. That is the school. The school dragged Aditya into the deep thoughts. Aditya said that everything had changed because when I was studying at here, there was only one floor. Now it completely changed. Then they went to the Nagen uncle's tea shop, who was crossed 60 years old. He was wearing dhoti and blue shirt. His shop stood next to the grocery shop, opposite to the temple dedicated to Lord Shiva. Both had snacks and tea and sitting on 2 tin chairs. There was only one other customer sitting at the corner table. He was neither eating nor drinking tea. He was sitting with his head bent as though he was sleeping. Nagan uncle reminded him to go home as it was already 4 p.m. and other customer would soon be coming. Suddenly he stood up and stretched himself and raised his lean right arm. He began to recite a Tagore's poem Panraksha. Soon he left the place and making a gesture of namaste with his hands. But when Aditya saw the stranger, his face suddenly changed. He asked Nagan uncle who the gentleman was and what he did. Nagan uncle replied, his name is Sasanka Sanyal. He leads a cursed life. He lost his wife and son last year. He could not forget any incident of his past. Having paid their bill, Aditya and Adar both went to his old home. Aditya went up to attic. That is the favorite room of the children. A portion of a wall of the attic had crumbled down. The floor was strewn with twigs and straw and pigeon droppings. There was a broken cricket bat and an armchair and a wooden packing case. In the old house, The attic had probably been worst hit by wind and weather. He took something from the ventilator. Arthur asked him what it was. He said, "You will get to know very soon." They next went to the jeweler's to find out the weight of the article. The climax was his next visit to see Sanyal, who stayed with his father's friend Jogesh Kabiraj. They entered the room where Sanyal stayed. Sanyal was busy to recite verses of Tagore. Aditya asked, "May we come in?" Sanyal permitted. Again Aditya asked, "Do you remember Aditya?" Sanyal replied, "Of course. He was a worst child of a wealthy parent. He was a jealous person." Suddenly, Aditya took a packet from his pocket and handed to him, then said, "This is for you. This is for you from Aditya." He asked, What is it?" Aditya replied, "It's money. It's about 150 rupee." Aditya said, "Aditya has given me a money? Why this sudden generosity?" Aditya replied, "Sometimes he may change to a good person." Sanyal said, "When we studied at school, I got prize. He could not bear it. Because of the jealous, he took it from me to show his parents and never returned to me. A jealous person he was." Aditya took the medal and handed him. Sanyal looked at the money and the medal and said, "I don't want money. I will soon be spent. I would have preferred to have the medal if it were possible." So, the medal that had been hidden in the attic for 29 years was finally restored to its owner. Aditya asked apology to Sanyal to theft his medal. Conclusion: we are all human beings, and to err is human. The author reinstates that a person must rectify his mistake when given a chance for it. So viewers, I hope you all enjoy this story. If you have any doubt, ask me in comments, and don't forget to subscribe my channel. Thank you.